All right, welcome to part 2. This is why I meditate. Now, you can intend to meditate for any particular purpose that you desire, I suppose. Some people do it. Some artists do it just so that they can just sort of come out feeling more inspired, and we're going to explain why that happens. Some people want to come out just so they can help forget about their day so they can start fresh, brand new. We're going to find out why that works in just a little bit as well. I tend to meditate, and my intention to getting into it is so that I can have the path forward laid out before me to sort of match me up with my goals, dreams, intentions in my life. And it also has this magnificent benefit. Hello, Michelle. And it also has this magnificent benefit of just getting you jump started. That's why I was a little bit jumpy in my last video, and I'm kind of a little excited to finish this video because I did the meditation before I did the video. And I got this feeling that I wanted to do these videos this morning. I was actually going to take it on my motorcycle ride, stop on my long way around that I go to get to my office. But I had that push, that feeling to do these videos now before I leave from my ride. And then once I kicked off that first video, then I got the next big push to just sort of get up and get going. And then another idea came in of where I wanted to stop before I get to the office before my first appointment. So you become open to inspiration. That's my point. That's my very tattooed spirit way of saying, very long-winded way of saying, is that you open yourself to inspirations that you just learn to trust. And why I feel that that is so important is because if you look at the way I look at my worldview is that my higher self, my spirit, my soul source, whatever it is, my bigger self, I don't know what the hell you want to call it, it's always knowing the best way for me to get to my goals. And the only way that I can get those messages from my higher self is if I just sort of rise up closer to the frequency on the dial, if it's like a radio dial, to where it's broadcasting. And I'm going to pull out this chart, man. I hope the hell you got this printed out from tattooedspirit.com or the internet or whatever. Power versus Force is a great book that describes how to use emotions to change your life. There's a lot about it all over the place. But this is the frequency up here that my higher self is constantly broadcasting me for the next logical steps that I am inspired to make if I can take the time to stop thinking so damn much, stop worrying so much, stop planning so much, stop doing so much, so that I can just rise naturally, because I know that if I release any sort of negative thoughts or just thinking about how I can be easier with my thoughts, all that stuff, I just release the resistance. And I believe that we all, once we get into meditation, we just sort of rise to the surface. This is sort of like the surface. And once you release all the stuff that's holding you down, that you're attaching to the string that's keeping you under the frequency that you can hear this broadcast from your higher self clearly, once we release that through meditation, you just come up a little bit higher. Anyway, you know what it is. I'll stop holding it up. So, Robert Holden, I heard him speak in Australia when I lived there for a stint, and that was freaking awesome. He's one of the coolest speakers I've ever heard in my life. He has some sort of, literally, he calls it a happiness institute. In the UK, as a matter of fact, with all my UK buddies over there somewhere. I got to Google it. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, but anyway, his whole thing is that we all have a happiness set point. I believe it's more on the scale about how far happy you are, being happy, joyful at the very, very top of the scale. And that those people who choose consciously to be there, to appreciate being there, and finding ways to get that happiness set point higher on purpose, by intention, they have more fulfilling lives, better lives, just things happen for them. And then he was really good at talking about whenever people look at the lives of those people, that everything is happening to them really to their benefit, the abundance, the support, all the great fortunes that just sort of coming by, and how they always step in shit, come out smelling like roses, all these wonderful things. People who observe them will judge them, and there's been many, many studies on this, and they feel a little bit, not jealous of them, but a little bit down on them because they just view them as just, they're lucky because all of these good things happen for them. But the research shows that good things happen to people Happy things happen to happy people. How about that? That's the best way to put it. And Robert Holden is a fantastic scholar and, like I said, speaker, and I forgot the name of the book, man, but he talks all about the happiness set point. And it is up to you to change it to make a better life for yourself. That's why you don't want to be focused on all this shit that's going wrong for you, right? We talked about that briefly in a couple videos ago. Putting your focus on what isn't working for you, what isn't working for you, that's all that shit is down there. And saying this doesn't work, I'm going to protest this, blah, 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 this is something we need to change, this isn't serving us. It's just that's where your attention goes. That's the kind of experiences that you're going to keep on keeping on coming into your, into your personal life. All right, so we got to get focused on, and this is where the creative nature of the universe works, putting your focus on that which is then what you desire, right? That 7 of Cups that we talked about in that other video. What in the 7 of Cups do you want to create? But here's the trick, and this is why meditation is great. After just deciding that you decide, I want this particular cup of all those wonderful 7 of Cups, then you have to get into this position. You have to choose to be able to feel grateful that this is now what is coming. Regardless of what time is showing you, what your space is showing you, you have to be thankful that what this is coming. This is what all the masters did. I talked about this in a few videos before. All great masters, when they desired to do something, they were grateful for it. They gave thanks, and then they did something totally kick-ass. Every single one you could read, all the wonderful stories. I'll let you find the own biographies, but just hopefully you're looking into people that you admire and you realize, man, these guys are just changing the way they think on stuff. And then they're inspired to this action. You guys remember that triangle thing that I made in that 90-minute tarot-thon, right? It was the swords, it was your thinking and how that affected your feeling. Well, what I didn't stress very much on that, and I really should have, is that the wand suit, the actions are just as important actually, because that's an equilateral triangle, but your actions become different because they are inspired from this new vibration, from this new frequency that you're now exhibiting, because you allow your frequency to rise while you're in meditation. And then you set your happiness set point, to bring in what Robert Holden said, a little bit higher every day if you use it consistently. That's why I do it, is because I want to be inspired to action. This is why great thought leaders change the world. It's not because they just think positive thoughts and are thinking, come on, bring me something nice. It's because that helps them feel amazing, and that helps them be inspired to new ideas, to do their life differently. And then it's not just like, I gotta go create my fortune today, and it's sort of like a drudgery because you're just focused on what is, right? The coin suit right in the middle of that triangle, and you're not seeing any change at all because you're just seeing what is right now, not focusing on that new cup that you want to focus on, that skyscraper in Hollywood that you want to build. That is the benefit of meditation. You just stop all of these damn thoughts here. Let me go grab my first cards. All these very heavy air suits. My darling wife is in the kitchen there, a little bit distracting there, so sorry about that. This is what life does to you, man. Hold this shit like this, and it just sort of weighs you down. This is what meditation does to you guys. It just lets go of the string, and you can just sort of come up to match your higher self, raise your frequency. And whenever you tune into a frequency that's more close to where your soul resides, the messages are different. The inspirations are different. The reason why you do your life changes because you're feeling differently about it, and that changes how you do it. This is why people who say that just positive thinking doesn't do a goddamn thing because you actually have to do something, they don't know what the hell they're talking about because they don't know the benefit of doing things from a new way that you're looking and feeling about it. If you're looking and feeling about something the way that you're looking at it and saying, this doesn't work for me, we should all be, really pissed about this, you're not going to act any differently than anybody else who's looking at that just saying, yep, nope, we really don't want that. But to look at this and say, let's go here, everybody, this is going to help everybody, then you feel better about that and your actions are inspired, okay? You don't have to fight to move if you want to create something that you can imagine being done, that skyscraper in that guy's mind. I'm using this reference of a metaphor that I did a couple videos ago in front of my, in front of the motorcycle where it was a very hot day. So you have to move towards that skyscraper ribbon cutting the moment you have the idea that I want to build a skyscraper in Hollywood. That's what drives your life. That's what brings co-creative components in your life where you're going to match up with people who also want to do that, who can also benefit from assisting you in doing that. That's how absolutely everything in your physical world has been created. If you look around your cup, your little bird statue, the way that pottery thing looks, the way that tarot card looks, the way this thing and the way the incense smells, everything started as one of the things inside those 7 cups. And then you just keep on creating it. You keep on bringing these thought forms to life. I kind of want to have another video just on thought forms, but meditating inspires you to put focus on that, what is inside that one cup of all the 7 that you say, that's what I'm going to focus on. You add more energy to it, more focus, you draw it, you make little models of it, you think about it being completed. Other people want to help you because they have some co-creative experience with you that they want to and need to experience. And before you know it, what you've been focused on the whole goddamn time is right in front of you, and then it's like, okay, the nature of the universe takes over, and then you're like, well, what's next? Right? What's next? I got to do something else, because that's where the fun is saying, thank you for this thing that has not yet come to my life experience, but I know that I'm focused there. You know what I mean? And feeling that way, thinking that way about that which you are not yet experiencing is what drives your life. This is how you create your life. This is how I help my clients. This is why we talk about, and this is probably going to be the last time I use that phrase, law of attraction. I'm just going to start calling it from this moment forward, guys, the natural way that thoughts and ideas come into existence. All right? Law of attraction is a bad rap. People think it's just about thinking positively and shit happens. They have no idea that you are inspired to do things in a new way that nobody else can understand. Especially those people who are just like, oh, this doesn't work, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. Don't be like those people. Don't be like, because those people are just, their lives never change. Trust me, guys, their lives never change. So, this is why I meditate. I want to be inspired to the next steps, that high on the frequency dial, it's a very easy path. And whenever I meditate and I just sort of chill out, I just sort of become this, but I don't lay down or else I'll fall asleep, and so will you, so don't do that. And you sort of really embody what this Knight of Cups is all about. Now, this is what's most magnificent. This is kind of what this, it's like these things, guys. I brought this in on top of the mountaintop over there over the coast. But let me talk more about this and talk more about the card a little bit in this situation. Why you meditate and why things are more clear for you is because if we look at the way I understand, all the Knights are this wonderful air quality, and we're in the suit of cups, in the suit of water. Whenever you calm the water, or you calm the air, calm the swords, calm the air over the water surface, what happens to the water, right? It just gets still. It looks like a mirror. You can see yourself, and you can also look down to see clearly the path where your higher self is getting to go. Because your higher self is telling you, man, be this Knight of Cups. Calm the hell down your wind, your air, so that the water in your life, the feelings in your life become more clear. They become better, higher quality. You know, you can see yourself in it, all right? And whenever you do that, it's like this, right? To meditate and do nothing for 10, 15, 25 minutes, really just 15 is fine, really optimal, I believe. I just like it longer because it feels amazing. You are the most productive that you can be in your day by doing nothing. You get to access to this, your true nature. You get to commune with that part of you that says, yes, you can do it, and this is the way. You sort of lose all the stuff that you sort of picked up along this life path, all during that first line of the major arcana. That's all about, this is feedback, this is interesting, this is what you can do, this is influence, masculine, feminine, all this different stuff up here. And you said, just remember the spirit. This guy right here, man, this guy here, He is just living up at the very top all the time. Joy, appreciation, empowerment. And he's telling you, you can do it too if you quiet your goddamn frogs in a box. Let your swords down like this wonderful four of swords, all right? There's a reason why fours of swords is the structure and foundation of the suit, because when you know how to use this, you begin to use your swords the right way, right? The only time you see the sword straight up and down in the whole Rider-Waite deck are the three most important cards, man. The new idea. What am I going to act upon? The new ideas that you have access to every time you click up a couple notches is a new idea. A new idea. There's a new idea. There's a new idea to action in the Queen. How about the masters of the suit? She has her sword straight up and down because she's telling you the same damn thing. Climb, find that better thought so that you feel better. If you feel better and you have an idea to act on it, it's going to give you a different result. It's going to be more inspired. Up here's pure inspiration, guys. Pure damn inspiration. This is how businesses all of a sudden take off, because they're thinking about it like it's already the way it was when they imagined it from that Seven of Cups. All right? I hope you enjoyed this video. This is why I meditate. I come out exceptionally relaxed, and whenever you are inspired to do anything which has nothing to do with your career, it could be just about spend more time with your cats, maybe walk around, maybe enjoy a cigar today. It wasn't a while since you had a cigar. Maybe go down and have a cigar. Maybe buy that bottle of bourbon. It's not about keeping you on track. It's about keeping your vibration high so that you're always surprised. You're always amazed about where you keep on finding your life. So if you come out of a meditation and you have an idea to do something completely unrelated to what your big focus is on life, you just have to follow it, because you're broadcasting, you're receiving stuff that's just giving you the most fun way to get to your goals, and that involves the journey, having pit stops, and little joys here, take a little vacation there, because what your fool knows, the fool inside of you knows this, guys. The fool knows that as soon as you cut the ribbon on your skyscraper in Hollywood and you've manifested that thing that you've had your focus on the whole time, not this bullshit you don't want, it says, as soon as that ribbon cutting's done, you'll take a deep breath and you're going to say, what's next? And your higher self knows that you are enjoying the journey more than your ego wants you to believe that it is. Because your ego's like, bring it to me now, bring it to me now, bring it to me now. All right? So that's what we do in the therapy offices, is we get you in this state. You can do it in the meditation state. It's totally easy. But just imagine, just feel what it's like when that cup of the 7 cups that you desire is already here. You're going to feel grateful. And where is grateful? At the very top in the messages you get, and it's just saying maybe you should play in your garden for a while. Yes, you want to do something completely different, but this is going to just maintain your joy, and it's going to help you enjoy your life. The fool is never wrong. The fool is never wrong. Get on that frequency through meditation. Every day you come back a little bit, come back up a little bit, and your set point, like Robert Holden, is going to continually be set higher and higher and higher. You got to do it consistent. I love this video. Thank you for asking. Thank you for watching. Please like, please share. If you found any value at all, subscribe. Hit the little bell so you know I'm making more videos, and I'll see you the next time, maybe on my bike, maybe today. I don't know where I'm going to do it. I have 4 hours to my first client, so I might just go out and play a little bit and be inspired to the action to change my life and to change the world. This is how you change the world, guys. This is how you change the world. By looking at what you friggin' want. Oh my God, the messages are so good. I'm going to let you go because I got to get going. Bye.